Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. FIFA 18 is here, really excited. So I'm starting a brand new Manchester United career mode. So away we go right here. Okay, so we don't get many more options for managers, which is a bit disappointing. So I think I'm just going to go with what I used last year. No more close options. So I'm going to stick with this guy. I'm going to accept a pre-season tournament. And I always go for the highest valued one really, just to squeeze that little bit more money for the transfer market. So it's the Asia Elite Cup. That's the one we're going for. Right, so the menus all look pretty similar to what I've used to. Just get rid of all this kind of junky stuff here. Same sort of stuff we've had every year. I'm not seeing really any major differences here from last year so far. I have seen some videos on YouTube, so I know there are some differences. This is the major difference, the transfer hub. Now, I haven't shortlisted anybody or anything yet, so there's nobody in there, so I will probably go and start doing that very shortly. But let's just have... oh, squad hub. This is new. Now, I really like this. It allows you to go down, look through your team. It gives you loads of information on each player, and directly from here you can negotiate with them, change the kit numbers, change the contracts, put them on the transfer market. This is all done from the squad hub. I think this is really cool because you can actually physically see the players now and it's not just crappy little pictures. Very nice. The graphics look excellent again this year. Nice to see a proper likeness for Eric Bailly. Last year's was shocking. Phil Jones. Excellent. Timothy, and when they're on loan, look, it's got the loan shirts on. He's at Crystal Palace right now. That's excellent. Regan Poole's on loan. Tuanzebe, is that? Yes, that looks like the proper likeness for Tuanzebe. That is not a very good likeness of Lindelof. Come on, guys. We paid 30+ million for him. You could have put a proper likeness in of him. Oh well. Maybe they'll update it. Ooh, there's a Leeds shirt in there. Yeah, that looks like Demi Mitchell. Damian, that looks a better model than we've had for previous years. Luke Shaw's looks a bit better. Taylor Plynn, very good. Mr. Carrick. Matic. It's okay. Jesse. Mickey. Mr. Mkhitaryan. Herrera. Not bad. Fellaini. Oh, come on. You could have lightened his hair. Even Pez managed to do that. McTominay. I think that's not a bad likeness of him. Don't know him. Don't know that player that much. Pogba. You could have done a bit more with his hair. On loan. Redmond. Martial. The ledge. Marcus. Very good likeness. Pereira. That's excellent likeness. And he's on loan. And oh, come on. He's about 16 years old. He looks about 30 there. That's a shocking likeness of him. One and only. Not sure who he is. Yes, the big Belgian. Knocking him in right now. James Wilson. There's a lot of these. Well, not a lot. There's some of these I'll be selling on. And big Zlat. Excellent, he looks a better likeness this year. Right, so I've been and filled up my transfer hub with all the players that I'm potentially interested in now or in the near future. And can you guess who is the first one I'm going to try and sign? The clue is in the title of the video. There we are, Anton. Let's have a look at this new transfer thing now. Now, I didn't want to pay his release clause. I thought I could get him cheaper, so I reject paying that amount and I try and negotiate with the club. I do like the effort that they've put in here to make them a bit more interactive, these transfers. Right, so I go in with an offer here. He's valued at 66 million, I think. So, just to test the water here, I think that's a fair offer to start it all off. And they come back and say, nope, we want 122 million, which is still less than his release clause. I decide to counter that. And try 100 million. And they come back with a counter offer, which I think, to be fair, I thought was, you know, okay. So I decided to go for it. 105 million. About what United will end up paying for him in real life, probably around that price. I love them shirts all over the wall. They're excellent. So, and then you just go ahead and try and negotiate with the player now. Let's have a look at this. Now I'll make a bit of a balls up of this, because it's the first one. And I probably, you know, should have tested it out on a different player first. So we're going to make him obviously a crucial part of the team. Of course he would be. And they're happy with that. Not a real surprise really, is it? Four-year deal. Nothing wrong with that. We will accept that. It goes a bit slow, this. I wish they'd just speeded it up just a little bit. Now I kind of wonder a little bit what to do. I didn't want to give a release clause. really didn't want to give a release clause, so but because I'd never done this before, I didn't know if they'd throw the dummy out of the prams if I turned it down. But I decided to take the risk to see what happens. If I can get away with it, I won't put release clauses in contracts. And thankfully, they agree to it. And you'll see later on in this video, by having a release clause, I lose a player that I don't particularly want to lose. So here we go. I give it a go at 170. And a sign-in bonus. No real clue initially. So I just go 1.5 million. And just see if they accepted. And they do. Really pleased. That was actually much easier than anticipated. We have Griezmann. Zaha is on my shortlist only because if I do ever consider buying a player like that, it's because I like fast wingers on my subs bench. So I'm deciding to move on Marcus Rojo because I think in reality we have too many defenders. And I think I can get a decent price here. So I did decide to negotiate with them because I think I can get a little bit more than they actually have offered. So this is from the other perspective. They're trying to buy the player from me. So he's valued 18, is it, I think? They're offering 20, which isn't bad. But I think we could do better. So I test the water at 24 million. 6 million more than his valuation. And they must have really wanted him because they didn't argue at all. So I really like this new negotiation system. It does give you a little bit of room for negotiation. Pardon the pun. So Marcus has gone.
Hi there, everybody. We've got a
And this is the first pre-season game. Now don't worry, I'm not playing all the pre-season games. I just wanted to do this first one just to see how the game felt because I've not played a game yet. I'm going to skip the rest of the pre-season games.
It's the kickoff in the group stage, their first match.
Now, I play my FIFA career games a bit differently than what you might be expecting. I don't buy FIFA for the, if you like, the playing experience. I like the tactical manager experience. So what I tend to do when I'm playing in the matches is I choose to be one player. Usually a defender or a fullback, and then let the rest of the team do what they're going to do. And in years gone by, it's met with mixed results because sometimes they can crush opponents, even opponents like Real Madrid and things. So I'm hoping they've balanced it out a little bit more with the AI. And I think this is the best way for anybody to really test the AI on a game, is this way. Look at that turn from Lukaku. And already I'm impressed at the mechanics, how players can get muscled off the ball, the turns that strikers can do. One thing I really hated last year, I really hated it with a passion, was, you know, when players held the ball up, they held it up forever. It did my head in.
He's a player that'll improve this team.
So I hope they've done away with that now.
Yeah, and with that he can put them in front.
Nice. It seems to move better. It seems to flow better.
Well, frustration from the manager, but
From my early impressions.
The team are playing well. They might have gone ahead there, but they'll get another chance. Lukaku.
Now, with this team here, I'm expecting... Oh, yeah, we go. We get the first goal from Lukaku. I was just about to say, I'm expecting the team to blow this team away because it's a relatively unknown Japanese team. The acid test will come when we're playing like a bog standard Premier League team, like a Swansea or I don't know, and even and then the Chelseas and the Liverpools, to see actually how realistic it is. So if we win this game by a decent score, and then I don't know, the next game that we're actually participating, it's against a middle of the table Premier League team, and we destroy them as well, I'll be pretty disappointed. Oh. So it's not my intention as well to show you all the match of every match I played. I will. Oh. Good lad, Rashford. Now I like that. I like the fact that the wingers are coming in, getting involved. Again, we didn't see enough of that last year, and certainly in previous years. That is the kind of thing Rashford would do.
2 goals so quickly, and the opposition just can't believe it. Well, the opposition caught napping.
So I am definitely impressed so far. So yeah, as I was saying, I won't be showing full. Oh yeah, up my fella in his head sticking through the roof. I will edit the matches. If it's a first half full of lots of goals or a second half full of lots of goals, I'll probably leave the whole half in.
Just widen the margin here to 2-0. Milton. Stopped emphatically and just as well. The approach play looked very encouraging. Griezmann. Now they've got a chance in this part of the pitch.
Interplay.
They've got the ball back here. Well, the flag's up. He's frustrated because he is caught offside. Maybe he made his run a bit too soon. He goes a bit early, gets a bit too eager. Pogba. Henrik Mkhitaryan.
Oh, that was nice.
Kitamoto.
I think that was a foul in reality, but I like the animation of it. It looked like it had more impact than previous tackles
Now,
I've
can he
seen.
take them on? Looking for teammates in the middle. Well, that has cost them, but only a corner. Could have been worse. Well, here comes the corner. There's a chance, really, of getting into a scoring position then, but...
That's my dog barking.
Pogba. Good work, really, to read the intention of the pass. He's coming forward with some danger. Good interception.
Very, very subtle changes, but I'm noticing the differences already. Not every pass meets its intended target all the time. They are intercepted now. See?
All the time and makes lots of these interceptions.
That didn't happen that often on previous FIFA games. Not in my experience. Certainly playing of FIFA the way I do.
Taking to this tournament, I think they appreciate, Alan, don't they, that it is about getting the players fit. They're just pleased to have players of this calibre out on the pitch so they can actually see them in the flesh. Well, that's true. More often than not, they probably watch them on the television, so to see them.
Lukaku looks very strong. Oh, lovely move that.
It's all about positioning and spreading his body. Top class keeping. In from Antoine Griezmann. Pressure really on.
I am definitely noticing different styles of players. The powerful players look powerful, the speedy players look speedy. The midfield generals look like they're trying to control the midfield.
Griezmann. Defender did well to get to it, but hasn't really finished the job. Defended well. Now that's a throw. Now Bailly. Now Mkhitaryan. Lukaku.
See, that was lovely, that turn. That's proper Lukaku stuff, is that?
Lukaku! And it's a goal here.
Very
Double
good.
on his debut. Well, what price a hat-trick for this boy now?
I like that animation.
Well, he's doubled up here with his second goal, and he took it in excellent style, just like the first one. Another angle on it here.
Very noticeable, subtle changes going on here. And by the way, United are winning pretty convincingly here. That's Lukaku's second of the match.
3 minutes to be added on. I like the look of this attack. Antonio Valencia.
I'm looking forward to trying out the new sub system as well, with the new quick sub. I think that will really help improve it.
Signal for half-time. 3-0 is the scoreline at this point. So Alan, what about the first 45 minutes he's played?
So that's the first half done.
On top of his game out there, and I'm sure he'll be thinking about grabbing his hat-trick in the second half.
Now we are now deep into the second half. Penalty.
That's a penalty for Manchester United.
Again, you didn't see an awful lot of that in previous FIFAs. It would just... I don't remember an awful lot of penalties in the last FIFAs, and that was an animation I don't remember seeing much of in previous ones as well. He'd basically shoved him over.
A substitution now.
So we've got a chance to make it 4-0 now. Is he gonna do it? Easy.
In the build-up and a brilliant finish. A wonderful goal.
Oh my word, a hat-trick on his debut. This is storybook
Fake stuff. Hat-trick for Romelu Lukaku, the Belgian brute.
Maybe that's the one he'll treasure the most, because it's given him the
I'm not going to
hat-trick.
sing his song because we're not allowed,
He'll be
obviously.
taking home that match ball with a great deal of pride.
It's been banned.
I don't think we expected this. Such a one-sided affair, but look at the scoreline. Sometimes being a favourite in a match can weigh heavily, expectation and all that.
So this match is going exactly the way I expected it. I didn't expect this to be a tough, tight match, and it isn't. It's clear that they are not as skilled as this team, which is what you would expect. If this was like 0-0 still at this point in the game, then we would have issues with the reality of this.
Good forward play from them.
Look at that turn. Now that was special. These new animations are very subtle, but they are making such a big difference, making the game flow much better. Look at this. That is amazing.
You don't often see them let this kind of lead slip.
A good look here again by the replay of the goal.
Anthony Martial gets a lovely goal. Great stuff.
I have to say it's so one-sided today, but all credit to the team that are racking up the goals. Takahashi.
I'm liking this.
There's a dangerous feel to this attack. It's looking good from their point of view. Very good distance to the clearance. Morata threading it through.
Look at that.
He's in. Played in the clear.
Ooh.
He looked to be maybe too precise, Alan.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
Instead of just getting some power behind it, tried to be a bit too
And that
clever
was
for
dead
the
easy.
close-up.
I think some people thought it was a gamble to play him from the start and to go with a wide
I
back.
really
Well,
like
Bunch
these
got it right,
changes that
didn't he?
they've made
Well,
this
didn't
year,
he just his
FIFA. It
teammates?
is
You could see
making
in
the
early stages,
experience
just kept feeding the ball to him
much
because
more
they know
immersive, in my
he's the man
opinion.
on song at the moment.
Very, very impressed.
Iwanami. They spread it out wide here. Chance to get some width into this attack. That's great defending there, stopping that attack.
Very good.
Antonio
I've
Valencia.
heard a lot of people saying that there's not much enough attention being put on the defending this year.
Good vision.
And I guess I've no real comment on that yet, because there's not been an awful lot of defending needed in this game. Here we go again. That's so easy. Quick sub.
He's done extremely well, and the game is at a stage where they can afford to take their man of the match off.
Man of the match, Luke Shaw. Behave yourself. Commentary hasn't improved then.
Well, I'll be honest with you, these last few minutes have dragged a little bit from where we're sitting because the game as a contest is long over. All credit to the team that's winning. Decisive. Martial.
Oh.
He's right in.
Oh. That should have been another. It looks like, as well as almost a sense of realism, they've downed tools now, this other team.
Watanabe.
They just want the final whistle. We really have put them to the sword in this pre-season game here. That's it. I really enjoyed that. First game, hat-trick, match ball for Romelu Lukaku. Excellent. So I will not play any more of the pre-season games. I will skip all of them. But I have to say that game has put a smile on my face. I really are enjoying the changes that have been made here in FIFA. So, back in the transfer hub, I'm going to go for my second signing, and I want a right back. Here we are. This is the player I want. A really solid right back. He will be my, if I get him, he will be my number one right back, and Valencia will interchange as and when required. Oh, look at Zinedine there. Just hope he doesn't headbutt you in the chest if he doesn't like the offer. So, with this being my second signing, I've had a taste of what it's all about. Signing Griezmann. So I go in with what I think is a reasonable offer. 35. And they come back and say, I don't think so. 49 million, please. Now, I make a bit of a balls up here. Again, I intend to counter this offer. So I go to counter. And then I just click submit offer by mistake. So I end up paying 49 million for him. When I'm fairly sure I could have got him a bit cheaper, but oh well. In today's market, that would be cheap anyway. So one thing I've never really done on FIFA, not always, occasionally I do, I never go for the unrealistic superstar signings. I tend to go for targets that I think would be fairly realistic for Manchester United in real life. Griezmann we know about, he is likely to sign for Man United at some point. The only unrealistic thing about this signing, I think if he played for anybody but Real Madrid, this signing would be definitely possible. But because he plays for Real Madrid don't like us very much. So they would probably mess us about horrifically. So I doubt we would be able to make this signing in real life because of the Real Madrid factor. But other than that, I think it would be doable. And he's an excellent right back. So it's all going swimmingly so far, and look at that up on the wall there, we've got the 7 Griezmann shirt. That's amazing, that's excellent. We've only just signed him and his shirt's up on the wall. So this is going very well so far. Yep, we don't want it. Release clause. My advice, guys, is don't put a release clause in unless you have no choice. In fact, I said earlier that in this video you'll see why, because I lose a player I don't want to lose, but I'm not sure it is this video. We'll see later. It might be the next video that I put up. So I know a little bit better now about how to do the wages. So. And he's actually is going to be on more wages than Griezmann, which is fairly unrealistic for a defender. But, you know, and I go for the 1.5 million again because it worked well enough last time. And we can afford it with the transfer funds we've got. Yes, we have him. That's my second major signing of this summer. Right. I'm going to renegotiate the contract of one of my players and show you how you do that. Very simple. You do it on the squad hub, you choose to negotiate someone's contract and you get the same screen, but it's your player now. So I don't want to lose Valencia, even though I've just signed another right back. Basically, quite a lot I like to have 2 players for one position, and I'll rotate them. I'll have one who is the major player in that position, and I've got the secondary player. So Valencia is going to be my secondary player in the right back position, but he will get a number of games this season. He won't be disappointed. And I think this Man United team, especially when I've finished in this transfer market, is very, very strong. It's got more than one player in each position. Yeah, we don't want the release clause. I'm not giving you 2.5 million after 20 appearances, Valencia. So we will counter that. Get rid of that bonus. I don't like it. we'll up his wage ever so slightly because of that. See what they think of that. Excellent. There we go. That's how you renegotiate contracts with your own players. So, I'm going in again for another player. And it is Mr. Barkley, who I think is actually a very underrated player. Who United, I do think, were fairly close to thinking about signing him. And oh, look at Ronald Koeman there. Excellent. Yeah, so I'm buying this player, Ross Barkley, because he's young, he's English, and he's great backup. And he won't cost me an arm and a leg. I'll be honest, I don't see this transfer cutscene thing we've got here. I don't see it getting old anytime soon. I really quite like it. It's so much better than that horrible contracted signy thing we had previously for FIFA. That was so bland and drab. Glad to see they're finally putting a bit of effort into this career mode now. Oh yeah, he's happy with that. No messing about. He wants red. Come on in, Ross. Let's do some business. Come and play for a proper team. Oh, he looks happy, doesn't he, Ross? And he's happy to be rotated. He knows his role in a team like Man United. He doesn't think he's going to come in as a crucial player. So I'm very happy with that. He's not going to moan if he's not playing every week. Yep, we'll take that. Going well. Oh, a little smile there by Ross. Don't want it. Don't want release clause. Dodgy. Don't like him. Don't like him in real life. Never mind in this game. Yeah, try that. That's an increase in wage, and he's got a little bit of money to go in the bank too. Yep, of course he's happy with it. That's my third signing. And now, my fourth. Pochettino. Come on, son, sell us your player. So I'm going for Danny Rose. Again, same reason as the majority of the buys. He's going to be my left back, but Luke Shaw will be pushing him all the way for that position. It'll be basically there to the position will be for both of them players, with Danny Rose being the mainstay in that position and Luke Shaw pushing him all the way, hopefully. He wants 29. Might do it Spurs. I'm surprised he's not asking for 100 million. So let's try and renegotiate this. What will they think of this? They're not going to budge. Of course they're not going to budge. It's Spurs. You might look like Pochettino, but in reality you're Daniel Levy, aren't you? Okay, we'll take him. Go on, get out. So let's get negotiated with Danny Boy. So these are my 4 major signings this summer. I do have to make some slight changes later on, like I say, when I lose a player that I don't want to lose. But at this point, these were the 4 players that I wanted. Danny Rose, Carvajal from Real Madrid, Ross Barkley and Griezmann. The 1 marquee signing, 2 if you count Carvajal from Real Madrid, and 2 excellent squad players. And all the players that I've bought have been fairly strongly linked to Manchester United in the past. Certainly this summer, apart from Carvajal, I'm not sure he was strongly linked. Mind you, Man United get linked to everybody. I think they were linked to over 300 players this summer, something like that anyway. So I'm sure he was linked, but I'm not sure he was certainly as strongly linked as these other players that I've signed. They're not budging, are they? Again. Dealing with Spurs, man, it's a nightmare. You avoid them like the plague. Good job I'm not trying to buy Harry Kane. God, they'd have their shirt off my back. We've got him. Right, so pre-season match Barcelona. We'll give this a skip, see how we did. 2-0 to us. Very good. Pogba, 2 goals. Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. Eric Dyer. Transfer offer for Michael Carrick. And to be fair, I'm not going to use him. Doesn't make a lot of sense that someone would put a transfer offer in for him at his age, so I'm not going to negotiate with them. I'm happy with the price they're giving for his age. We'll just accept that. Sorry, Michael, you've been a great servant to the club, but I'm not going to use you. Transfer offer for Joe Riley. Yep. I'm not going to use you. You can go. Yeah, no point negotiating. I've noticed quite a lot of the transfer offers that I'm not selling Valencia. I noticed quite a lot of the transfer offers that come in are usually, the majority of them are actually above their value, which is a nice change. Normally they're considerably lower than the valuation for a lot of them. That has been on previous FIFAs anyway. Right, let's send this next one. Juve. One again. Pogba twice. Red card for Carvajal. That's alright. Matteo Darmian. I'm not going to use him now, especially after buying the 2 fullbacks that I've just bought. And that's a good offer. Valued at 12. They're offering 15, is it? Yeah, I'm going to take that. Take a quick look at my finances budget. Yep, I don't have much in the wage budget, so I'm going to adjust that. That'll do for now. When Matteo Darmian goes, that will increase anyway, because the wages he's released will go into the wage budget. Skipping against Real Madrid. Excellent. Pogba again. He's on fire, is Pogba, this pre-season. Right, so other than skipping the final of this, which we end up losing, this is the end of my first video. So a lot of pre-season activity, a lot of transfer activity. There'll be more games in the next video, so thanks for watching.